Hope I'm gonna try to make this my last video, but it's important to me to get this off my chest too because, like I said, like you've been hearing me softly, weakly fire back at you for busting shots at me, but I'm still gonna keep it soft and weak. But I want to go to the point, man. Like I gave you enough product retail wise, and it's 2-3 years I've been dealing with you. I gave you enough retail wise that I could have bought a house, and I can prove that. I gave you enough product to where, for what you paid for it, everything that you paid for, just the piece that you paid, because realistically, every time I was selling stuff to you, you were getting a certain amount for free. So just a piece, if you add it up by the pieces you was charged for, you had enough to make 10 cents more than triple, and everything else was free. So at a minimum, at a minimum, unless you was in there giving stuff away, you were able to profit over 90%. I came to you, when your house got vandalized and all that other stuff, I came to you and I donated money. Here I am, a homeless man, donating money to the non-homeless. And when we first met, you had mentioned that there was possibly a couple of places you could have helped us to get off the street, being a family and all, and this and this and that. And you mentioned a couple places. And you mentioned one place in great depth and detail and didn't, and, but none of that never happened. I want to say if one of those places was the house that got vandalized, it probably wouldn't never happen if we was it wouldn't have never happened if we was there. Not with 3 people being there and my dog being on patrol all day on point. That never would have happened. You had been a little bit more fair. I felt like we was just being taken from and wasn't given anything. You knew when our place we were staying at burned down to the ground. I lost everything. I even showed you a video. Everything. Not one thing was able to be saved from that fire. I remember all you said was, at first, but when we told you, like, then when we showed you the video of it, that's when you had more of a, like, facial expression and more reaction. But after that, we continued to talk about it. And after we talked about it, what did she say? When we showed her we told her about the fire, she made it, you said,
maybe it's a sign that we should stay here.
Oh, yeah. You said that maybe it was a sign that we were supposed to stay here. And I want to go back on that. There was at one point, because we had saved up so much and were working our butt off so hard, and it was looking like we were going to be able to leave in about 4 to 6 months. And then when we started doing business with you, because you were more consistent before you got mad at me, I believe you got mad at me and tried to punish me or whatever. But you you helped us with your consistency to get us closer to where we needed to be, so that we wouldn't have to wait until the next year, which was just we were talking about. It looked like basically in case things get twisted or you don't remember, somebody's watching it. We were supposed. It was looking like maybe at the earliest we would be able to leave that year and get our own house and get back on our feet, all that shit, like in like April, mid-April. But because of your help through buying our products or us helping you for selling them so low was what it really was we were able to. It was looking like we was gonna be able to leave like that November or that December, and so it was gonna help me move a lot earlier. And you had, well, we had told you this before the fire happened. You had showed concerns about, oh, well, how you gonna get your product and at that good of a deal, at that good of a price. And you said it a few times. A couple of times I feel like you said it in a jokingly manner. And one time I felt like you was more serious about it and it made me feel some kind of way. I thought, man, am I being oversensitive? But then I thought about, no, a regular person would have been like, man, that's some messed up to say. She's more concerned. She'd rather keep you homeless so she can keep getting cheap prices than to, see you on your way, help you out, Like, man. And that hit me, man, in so many ways on the human to human level, on the black to black level, as the leader of the Moors in this area state, it's like, man, she wouldn't want to, you know. And then about, it was just weeks later, a few weeks later after that, that's when the fire happened, and you was like, oh, maybe it was a sign that we didn't need to be here. I mean, that we didn't need to leave there. And it was like, I felt like, dude, that's a crazy off, unsensitive thing that it just didn't sit right with me. Like, me losing everything, that was your best answer to why this had happened to me or whatever. Because you didn't even quit, like, you're like, why do you think this happened to you? Why do you think bad things happen to you? And it was like, felt like you was fishing and just like, it was just messed up. But the point that I'm getting at is, you didn't say, oh, y'all a family, y'all got a kid. You was really asked out before. Now you definitely asked out. You want to sleep on my porch. You want to pull your car in my driveway and sleep in your car. You want to sleep in my bathtub. Can I get you a hotel? You ain't say none of that shit. After you made those weird comments about you being able to make a humongous profit off of getting my stuff for so cheap, you basically left it at that. So that messed me up, dude. Like you left us. We helped you become richer. We helped you make a profit. We helped you, and then you would almost be concerned about you being overcharged, and you was concerned about all this stuff. Like, dude, you would never. Oh, see, I ain't got no time, but that just bothered me, man. Like that wasn't right, man. You were always good, and we helped you to be a little bit better, in a better position financially, profit wise, and you left us out there in the streets. So to act like I came and cheat you, man, like that's messed up.